Hello. Welcome to this week's Wedding Whine. With us, the Wedding Besties. So this week, we are going to be talking about the dresses. Yes. So when you're looking for a dress, what I would say is when you're going to try on dresses, make sure that you try on different styles of dresses. I was just about to say, I think what you go with in your head, you walk out with the complete opposite. Yeah, well, I did. Literally, you did. And that was only because of your mother-in-law. Yeah. So every single shop that we were going to, they were giving me A-line dresses because of my shape and size. And you wanted very, busty. I wanted boobs out, slit up the legs. I was like, oh my God. Sluttier the better. Nope. And my mum was like, no, you can't do that. I was like, I can. I like having, a little bit of on show. Yeah. And I ended up with something completely different, which was a high neck. Yeah. But, yeah, let's start talking about the wedding dresses. My wedding whine of the week. Yeah. I am a bit of a wedding whine with the wedding dresses, so yeah, let's talk about it. So with mine, every single place that I was going to and trying something on, everyone, well not everyone, a certain person in particular would be, it'll look better when you got some shapewear on. Yeah, by the way, that's our mum. That's my mum. I'm calling it out. Yeah, and it was disheartening, and I know she means it from a place because I always wear my skinny innies with when I'm going out. But when you're trying on a wedding dress, that is one of the most important dresses you will ever wear. Yeah. You do not want to hear them words of, oh, it will look better when you've got skinny innies on. No, and the fact is, I know I had 18 months. I don't even know when I started wedding dress shopping, but I had a long period of time anyway until the wedding. Yeah, it was about 18. And I was going to go and try and get healthier and everything, but I needed to look good in that dress at that size that I was. Yeah, because alterations. I didn't need to imagine, what am I going to look like when I've lost a couple of stone in this dress? You don't want to put that pressure on yourself. No, and what happens if I don't? Pressure that is on people. Yeah, what happens if I don't lose weight? I need to make sure that I look nice in it now. Yeah, I feel like you started looking for your wedding dress around, I think it was just before Christmas time, 23. Yeah, so it's still on over a full year until the wedding. But let's be honest, you'd eat a load of stuff for Christmas, and then once the following summer comes, going camping and all of that, it's quite impossible to lose a massive amount of weight in just 18 months, never mind when you've got all that stuff. Well, I did lose weight, but it was one of them, and another wedding one is every single dress shop that I was going into couldn't cater for my size. Well, that's my wedding one of the week, because I'm a plus size person. And going into wedding dress shops, boutiques, whatever, and they're like, oh yeah, we've only got a size 12 in. Oh hey honey, my thighs aren't a size 12. Can we not just get samples in bigger sizes? Surely they're not that much to just have in store. Well, this is it, because the places where you go, wedding dresses aren't the same size as what you are on high streets. No. So I'm a size 18. But then when you're trying on a dress, it's I think it's 3 times bigger. So 18, 20, 22, 24. So it'd be a size 24 wedding dress that I was trying on. And when I was going into shops, they just didn't cater to that. So every single dress that I was trying on, they had clamps and stuff. Not even clamps. It had a big elastic bands on the back, back together, and it looked a shame. It just looked awful. And then when you sat there afterwards, because we'd go for coffee or something sweet afterwards, wouldn't we? And we'd be looking through the photos, we'd all be going, and it puts a proper downer on the whole thing. It does, doesn't it? It does. I mean, and then you got your wedding dress first, and then after the wedding dress, we were like, right, let's go for the bridesmaid dress, and I was like, oh, I don't want to go through that. It is hard. And I mean, being a plus size girl, every shop that we were going into, they kept putting me in A-line dresses. Yeah, they didn't ask you or case it. No, nothing different. No. It's always an A-line dress. And I mean, fine, that suits some people. But for me, I felt like it made me look 10 times bigger. It did, to be fair. And then we ended up going to the last shop, didn't we, with Marissa? And she catered for plus size women, didn't she? Yes. To the point that when we walked in, she was like, oh, girls, you are not plus size. I was like, well, where do I belong then? Because the normal shops don't fit me. And you're saying that your sizes are too big. So where do I sit? Yeah. But yeah, Julie, your mother-in-law, saved the day. And she was like, no, we're not going for no more A-line. Yeah, well, that was when we were in Ellesmere, wasn't it? No, it was in.
No, it was Ellesmere Port, and we walked in, and she was like, right, no airlines today, we're doing something
Was that
completely
there?
different.
I thought that was a minute.
When we went to the charity shop beforehand.
Oh,
Remember?
yeah.
And I tried on that, like, fitted one. And, I mean, I know I'm a big girl,
I'm on it, yeah.
but the fitted dresses look so much better.
He says it was like the, I don't know what they're called, fitters, and then they went out. They're called mermaids. Yeah, the mermaid dresses. Yeah, but then when we went to see Marissa, and she was like, right, I've got 3 dresses that you've said that you want, and then I've got the wild cards one. And we were all like, oh, the wild cards, like, we're not going to be a fan of the wild cards. Well, the wild cards, she knew it was
best. It was the best one. And then it turned out, didn't it, when I was looking at my pictures the next day, that I'd actually saved a picture of that dress.
Yeah, like 12 months prior.
And I didn't even realise that I'd saved a picture of that dress.
And it was on the mannequin, wasn't it? On her Instagram, and you sent me, and it was on our chat. Yeah. You're like, oh my God, look what I've just found.
The sound from the universe.
But yeah, that's my one of the week, when you go into shops and they don't cater for plus size people. Like, even things like, would they cater for smaller people? Because I only found that they ever had like a size 12 in. Alright, I know it's a lot easier that if like you're a size 8, you can put a size 12 on and clamp it, but it still doesn't give you the full effect.
I know, but when you're clamping it, you can see it all nice and fitted. I mean, yes, the fabrics and everything won't line up, but it's better than having like pure back fat.
Oh, just roll
hanging out on the pictures, and like a little piece of fabric and then elastic bit put over it.
Yeah, that was not even that, wasn't it?
That they don't cater to plus size. I just don't think that there's enough plus size shops, because Marissa's shop shut down.
Yeah.
And I couldn't tell you now a plus size shop in the Northwest.
No, I couldn't actually. Oh, God.
I know. Have a word.
Oh, it's nice that.
So what are some tips that you'd recommend for people that are getting married in Cyprus or anywhere hot when it comes to wedding dresses?
Firstly, take a hanger.
Yes.
Firstly, take a hanger, because not one of us thought to take a hanger, did we?
No, because I didn't want them hangers. Like,
no, the hangers with like all the personalised.
I was on a budget, so I thought, right, I don't need a personalised hanger. The hotel will have hangers.
Well, these have hangers, but they were the hangers with the stupid sticks that hook onto a circle. So therefore, you couldn't hang it up on just like a higher hook or whatever. So yeah, firstly, take hangers. Take at least 5, because we didn't have no hangers for the bridesmaids' dresses.
No.
And it was only the fact that Marie, my mum's mate, had been to Jumbo's that day and went, oh, I bought hangers. So we were like, well, we need...
We popped all the hangers after she just bought them.
Take your own steamer as well.
Yes.
If you're not getting a supplier that will come and steam your gowns and your veils and all that, take a steamer. Don't be trusting anything foreign, like steamers, irons, because you don't know who's touched them firstly. Like, if you've got an iron and someone's used it on like a polyester fabric and it burns onto the iron when it's hot, and then you go to iron something and then that just take a steamer. And
with a steamer as well, a white sock to put over the head of the steamer.
That was a good idea.
Just in case there's anything in the steamer and it splits out anything.
Yeah, white sock over your steamer.
Yeah, a white sock over the steamer. That works. What I would say for people getting married in a hot country, Cinderella dresses are probably just a no-go. Unless you're getting married in more of a winter, colder time.
Yeah, they'd be too hot, won't they?
In the likes of August in Cyprus, it can reach 40 degrees.
Yeah.
And you do not want to be walking around in a dress that weighs the same weight as you.
No, definitely not. It's because it ruins your face, doesn't it?
You want to be able to move and breathe, and you want to enjoy it. You don't want to be faffing about with a dress.
A destination tip for the fellas.
Yes.
Be comfortable. Either allow your fella to be married in shorts, or if you don't want him to be married in shorts, pick cool colours, things that will deflect.
I'm laughing because all mine were in black.
I know, but you got married in April, so it wasn't that hot. I'm talking about like July.
Yes.
The summer months. Like, do pick the cooler colours.
You can get some nice suits with shorts, but I would not.
No, but this is what I was just about to say. If you want your fella to get married in a suit, get the trousers and the matching short so that they can get changed.
Yes,
because
all your pictures are done.
Once the pictures are done, no one bothers. Everyone's has a few bevies, no one cares.
No.
Spare shirt. That was something that we
Definitely
could have done for
spare
Louis
shirt.
because he had makeup all over him. God love him.
Yeah, definitely a spare shirt so you can get changed into the night.
Yeah, and they're not even that expensive. They're about £15 from Marxies. Like,
Yeah, not too bad. You'd rather be fresh than stink 'em.
Yeah, and take a little, like an emergency kit with things like deodorants, pack of wipes, little things like that in the summer months to just make yourself fresh and cool.
100%. Our supplier spotlight. So you have just mentioned over bringing a steamer and everything, but on our dashboard we do have suppliers who will be able to do all of that for you because
I wish we would have done that.
if I had my time again,
I'd do everything differently.
Yeah, we didn't know that there was suppliers that could come out to your hotel, steam all your dresses, your veil,
all the suits, everything.
all your suits, and they even take away your wedding dress and whatever and clean them and then return them to your hotel.
Yeah, and they're not even that expensive, are they?
No, they're so reasonably priced. The day before or the night before my wedding, we were still steaming my veil at 2 o'clock in the morning.
And we had to be up at 5:30 to curly blow my hair.
Yeah, it wasn't a vibe.
No. And then on top of that, we had to move rooms because my mum, God love her, picked the penthouse for us and she's to get ready and to have the night off. But it was just so much commotion, wasn't it?
Yeah, because it was in it weren't like it was down the hall. It was a different building altogether, wasn't it? So we had to I had all the room ready where we were originally. And then, surprise, when you're having breakfast, we booked the penthouse suite. And I mean, best surprise ever.
It was a gorgeous suite.
But trying to move everything over when I'm on a tight deadline to get suppliers in, hair, makeup, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit of a faff in the morning, wasn't it?
Yeah. But you had a nice wedding night in there.
I did.
Yeah.
So back to the supplier.
Oh, yeah.
So we've got, in the dashboard, we've got Cinderella's.
Yes, Iron Apple Ends.
Which is Iron Apple. And then we've got HK Steam, which is Pathos Steam. And that is Holly. So Cinderella's is run by Jane. And HK Steam is run by Holly. And they are both amazing, verified wedding besties, suppliers. And they'll come out and they'll do everything for you and make your life
just so much easier. I honestly, if that's one thing I could change about your wedding, it would be that.
Yeah.
Because we could have just gone for a meet. We could have just like let Holly in because we were in Paphos and we could have just said, here's the key to the room. Go and do whatever you need to do. Bill us whatever you need to be billed. We could have gone for something sweet, gone for our tea, but instead we weren't. We were doing it ourselves.
I mean, I did have my colour and everything done the night before I had everything done the night before the wedding, but I was messaging Jane when she was signing up to the dashboard and I was like, this is the whole reason why we've made the dashboard, is that people can see what suppliers are on the island.
Because I didn't know that there was people like that there.
No, that's what I said to Jane. I said, obviously, you know, the normal like photographers, videographers and everything like that, but then when it comes into ironing clothes and cleaning and all of that, like at home, you just think it's normal. You haven't put it in a suitcase, you haven't carried it thousands of miles to a different country. It doesn't really need ironing. It's been hung up in a bag for ages, hasn't it? So you don't think of these things.
That veil was creased as all bag, so
it was.
It's on my head and I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not. It was a cathedral length veil.
Yeah,
it weren't like it was just a small veil.
We had it hanging out of the aircon and I had to like spread across the room.
We had it hung off the bathroom at one point, didn't we?
Yeah.
Like coming right round.
And it
was so long.
Yeah. But yeah.
That took us the longest time because that veil was humongous.
But they have all the equipment to just do that. I know. It's so much easier.
I know. And I said that to Jane, if I had my time again, this is why, because I didn't even know that yous existed.
No. But
so that's our supplier spotlight of the week and we'll tag them, but you can find them on our dashboard.
Yeah. That you can sign up to for free, by the way.
Yeah. If you get married in Cyprus, use it because it's a belter.
It's a godsend.
Yeah. The bloody horror stories.
Oh, yeah. This is a good one. So I will start off the horror story. So the night before the wedding.
It's all because of the hanger.
It was because of the hanger, but there was a bit before that made us all like stress out. So because there was like loads of people who were involved in the bridal party and the groomsmen party. Is that right? Groomsmen party?
Groom party.
The groom party? Groomsmen party? Anyway, we'd sort of been a bit back and forth with people because one person was available to do an aisle trial.
Yeah, like an aisle walkthrough, like what order they're going to be walking down.
So when someone was available, someone else wasn't. Someone was available, someone else wasn't. So in the end, I was just like, oh my God, just all get to the room. It'll take 10 minutes, blah. So we ended up having like a bit of friction, didn't we? Not enough to have a fallout.
I had a full-blown panic attack.
But enough to just make us stressed out. So then I went to my room and I said to Dan, my fella, I was like, I need to go for a walk. I need some fresh air. I'm going to give our case a text. We'll go and get something sweet and then we'll come back and get on with the evening time, what needs to be done, etc., etc. So then I leave Kate. And then Kate rings me while I'm walking along the harbour and was like, oh, the hotel have lost my wedding dress. So I will let you continue your sex.
So it all stems back a couple of days. Let's just set the scene. The wedding dress is still in the cabin bag, in the small suitcase.
Yes, because you were obviously here in the room with Louis and Louis couldn't see the dress.
And there wasn't a proper hanger. So it was still in the bag in the suitcase and the wardrobe was tiny.
Yeah.
And I had a full bridal era wardrobe planned out. So it was still in there and then there was a florist situation and whatever and then I'm sat there in the hotel lobby and I remember this woman just like coming in this caftan. Anyway, turns out she's the owner of the hotel. And she's like, is there anything that we can do for you? What do you need? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, there is something that you can do for me. I need somewhere to put the wedding dress. I can't hang it up in the room because the wardrobes are too small.
Yeah. The hanger.
I've got nowhere to put it and it's still in the suitcase. Like I need somewhere for you, like, to put the wedding dress. So she's like, right, I'll have a make up to the room. They'll pick up the wedding dress and they'll hang it in the maid's quarters and we'll look after it for you for the week. Perfect. Spot on. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. Night before.
Sorry, I just know what's coming.
Night before the wedding, it's already a shit show.
I've gone because of the shit show.
She's gone. I was meant to do somebody's hair the night before my wedding because I'm a hairdresser by trade. I completely forgot about that. It was Louis' brother's birthday. So all the family...
Bear in mind as well, we've got 45 guests to look after.
Yeah, all the family were guilt-tripping me because I weren't going for the Chinese for Kieran's birthday.
Bear in mind, we had to dye your head and everything.
Yeah, so I thought, I'm going to have to go for the Chinese. So, because I went for the Chinese, I forgot I was meant to be doing somebody's hair. So that was that. I'm not even getting into that. So, I'm by the pool and I thought, right, I'll go and tell reception. Can you put the wedding dress in my room whilst I go out? Blah, blah, blah. Louis will be coming back. He'll be staying with Dan. Charlotte's going to come to my room and the wedding dress will be fine.
Again, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt.
Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. No problems there. Goes to reception. Asks them. She looks me square in the eye and goes, what wedding dress? But what do you mean, what wedding dress? I have Millie sat behind me and Millie's just going, you know what, Millie? She's looking at me.
She was like her Rottweiler when she kicked off.
I'm like, you know, the wedding dress, I'm getting married in the morning. The owner of the hotel took my wedding dress and put it in the maid's quarters, telling me that it'd be safe. I know nothing about a wedding dress. So she then rings the head maid. Bear in mind that it's like 6:30.
Yeah, like
everyone's gone home.
Time's cracking on.
Yeah, all the maids and everything have gone home for the day. They're at home eating the tea, having a nice barbecue in the Cypriot sun. I'm having a meltdown in reception. This Cypriot maid comes out and she's speaking to the woman behind the reception and she's like, oh, like in Cypriot Greek. I'm back and forth. I'm looking at them like that. And then I can see the maid going, ah, ah, and then the woman behind the reception shitting herself. Like, and I went, what? And she said she doesn't know where it is. She has no idea.
And my face just drops as if they're like, I don't know this.
She has no idea about the wedding dress. I was like, he's got the wedding dress. I was like, I'm getting married in the morning. But I had like this you know, the Assos, like, baby doll, like long white dress with the slit up. I had that on. And she's like, leave it with me. I'll ring the owner of the hotel. Anyway, the maid storms off. I walk out, and Louis' mum looks at me and goes, are you okay? And then I just, they've lost the wedding.
Then she rings me.
No, all Louis' family are by the pool because they're all waiting for me to go out for this Chinese.
Yeah.
So then I'm walking across the pool area. They've lost the wedding dress. In hysterics. Millie's trying to calm me down. Louis runs over. What do you mean? Well, Julie's now going off her head. Louis going off their head. Auntie Bertie sits me down, gives me a vodka and a ciggy and goes, calm down. You'll be fine just wearing that.
True Bertie style.
You'll be fine wearing that, what you've got on. I was like, oh, what is the fuck? I don't know whether I had the Assos one or the she one. I was like, I can't wear this.
Bearing in mind, Alex, our brother, me, and my mum has all paid for this dress as well, because obviously our dad's passed away. So that meant more as well for the sentimental reason to get married in that dress.
I couldn't write it. I honestly couldn't write it. So I'm there.
You know what? So that I remember
so I like smoking because I smoked at the time. I was chain smoking to try and calm myself down.
I remember you ringing me, and then I said, right, I'm on my way back. What happens after that? Because I actually don't, because it was that chaotic when I come back.
Libby kept going back to the reception every 5 minutes asking for an update. This poor woman was on the reception on her own, managing a whole hotel. And she's got us there down her ear, like, where's the wedding dress?
The Anfield Jaws coming out.
So it felt like hours that I was waiting. It was like 20 minutes. And then she comes out and she's just got the dress above bed. I'm out by the pool. I'm like, why? Everyone starts cheering because she had the wedding dress. But honest to God, it was the most traumatic. It might have been longer than 20 minutes. It was the most traumatic time of my life.
I think it was longer than 20 minutes. I think it could have been about a good hour.
Yeah, it might have been an hour.
Yeah.
But it felt so long that I was waiting there for, and everyone was just looking at me as if I had 10 heads why I was being so dramatic over a wedding dress. But the hotel had just lost me wedding dress the night before me wedding.
See, this is why people need to take our wildcard package, because we will look after the dress. Like, our life depends on it.
It was so traumatic.
I could imagine.
And then
do you know what? It was a good job I did go out. That was the sound from God. That.
Because if the hotel would have told you that they'd lost the wedding dress, Jesus tonight, it would have been locked down for them.
I would have ripped them a new ass.
That hotel, you burned me Paul's hairdryer as well.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Was the maids put the cooker on?
Yeah, well, you and Dan, Ed and Dan were in the room because you were leaving earlier, so they were in my room getting ready. And I've been blow drying hair or whatever. And the hairdryer was in the kitchen. I know it shouldn't have been in the kitchen.
No, but
it was at the back.
Yeah, but there was nowhere else to... The kitchen was a part of the living room.
Yeah.
Do you know,
it was on the worktop, but it weren't by, like, the cooker per se.
But the maids had been in and put it on the cooker, obviously by accident, to wipe down.
And she's been cleaning it, and it's been one of them fucking touchscreen hobs.
Yeah, and it has a flick on, like a switch on the back, didn't it?
Yeah. And then Dan goes,
I can smell burning.
Can you smell that?
Yeah. I'm oblivious, like, what? Smell what? And then anyway, he ran out and he flipped the switch. He went, the hobs are on. Flipped the switch, lifted the hairdryer up, and I'm not messing. Like, this side of the hairdryer was all fine. Lifted it up on the back of it. It was just this big melters. Oh, all the wires was exposed, but it was a good job we were in the room at the time. Again, God's being God's. It was a good job we were there, because it would have set the whole hotel on fire.
I know. I just remember getting a phone call from you. I've got some bad news. I'll never forget when they offered you. So we took the hairdryer down. Man, this is a professional £300 hairdryer.
We took it down to the reception and we were like, listen, this is what's happened. The maid's been clean and she's put it on the cooker and knocked the switch by accident. We were in the room, it's been melted. Because again, the hairdryer wasn't originally on the cooker.
No.
So anyway, we explained it to them and they was like, right, okay, we can offer you a replacement hairdryer.
So he was like,
it's a £300 hairdryer. Like, what's it called?
Parlour.
A Parlour's hairdryer. It's a £300 hairdryer. Like, I need it in cash because you're not going to have that. It's
just not that expensive anymore. But at the time when I bought
no, but when you bought it, it was. So then they come out of the bath with this hairdryer. I was from
that picture of the hairdryer.
I think it is. I think I've got it somewhere. You come out with this hairdryer.
Oh
that
my
was
God.
from the 80s.
Like a spaceship.
And you were like, this is the best thing you can. So Hockey walks out by the pool. And she's like, this is what I've got to do with him. So then Louis' dad was like, I'm just not happy with this. And Mark's very...
I thought Mark was going to help me out more.
He's a very cutthroat salesman.
Yeah.
Isn't he? And he's like, yeah, kid, that's what you're going home with.
I didn't even take the hairdryer off of them. I thought, I'm just going to have to cut my losses. This wedding has been a shit show. I can't cry no more.
I actually think you came to my room after that, and I'm sure we saw in like 4 bottles of wine on the balcony. I was just like, yeah.
That was another time because you were going home. That's why you were in my room getting ready.
Oh yeah, that was another time. I'll have to think back to that story.
That was another shit that happened on that holiday.
But you know what? I think to myself, if we wouldn't have gone through losing the dress, if we wouldn't have gone through the dodgy hairdryer, I don't think we would have created what we've created.
I've just got the picture of the hairdryer in my head. Now that I've said that pink and pale white. There's a shimmer on it.
Oh, honest to God, it was awful. And then they weren't budging on giving you any sort of
no. To be honest with you, I know that Mark didn't really help me out much then, but I don't know whether when I come home, whether it was Mark or Julie that bought me a new hairdryer or whether it was Louis. Someone bought me a new hairdryer.
I think it was Louis. Because you were coming home, I think it was like the Friday or the Saturday. No, you were coming home the Friday and you were like, I've got hairdressing on Sunday, what am I meant to do? It's a loyal customer. Oh God. But yeah, as I say, I don't think we would have done this if it would have all been plain sailing.
No, I don't think anything's really plain sailing, but I'm not being funny or not, but the fucking devil was looking upon me on the holiday.
Oh, do you know what though?
Not the devil. Like, that's a bit far. It wasn't that bad. But I just feel like God tested me.
There could have been things that could have easily been avoided. That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, 100%. Even trying to find a florist 24 hours before the wedding.
Oh, that was Nan's fault, that, but we'll tell you that next week. I've got the energy now.
But we got the wedding dress back and it was fine.
Yeah.
But we were still steaming everything at 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. So make sure you hire someone who will come in and steam everything for you.
Steaming starts from €6.
And I'm not gonna lie, right? My dress is still in the bag, not washed.
I know. I wish that's one thing, honestly, I wish we could go back and change, because I would have even paid for that personally.
I mean, I could have got it washed at home.
Fuck this lazy bitch.
I was mad.
But yeah, I wish we would have just hired someone, because as you say, they come the day before, you come the day after, and then you go home, it's all clean, it's in a new bag, and then when you come home you can just store it.
Yeah.
You just stored it without it being cleaned, and it was rotten. It was filthy. What we'll do one time, we'll put a little clip on our socials about your dresses, because that is the reality of what your dress will look like at the end of the night.
No, one thing that I will say.
You fell off the chair twice, face first, in the front, everywhere. It was wrong.
I had allergy tablets. Don't mix allergy tablets with drink.
Yeah.
That another horror story.
That's a destination tip.
Yeah.
Don't mix.
Because I had real flowers and I'm like highly allergic. I've got bad hay fever and I thought, and my eyes are going to be streaming. I mean, obviously I was crying anyway, but I was going to be like sneezing and that in my head walking down the aisle. So I took 2 allergy tablets. Mm-hmm. And my first was second in the morning, I was like, whoa.
feeling a bit benzy, a bit wavy.
So I said, I feel wavy.
Okay, it was getting an ear and I just saw her on the chair like that, and I was like, I've only paused one Prosecco, like, is she alright? So he went, you okay? And he went, yeah, I'm feeling a little bit woozy. And I was like, what if you has? He said, your breakfast, glass of Prosecco, bit of orange juice, whatever. Oh yeah, and 2 hay fever tablets. And I went, because I knew you couldn't drink on them because I suffer with seasickness and I experienced the same thing many years ago.
I've never known this. I think it was the allergy tablets like you give me.
No, the allergy tablets you got were off the doctor. They were high in dosage. But I had a...
Because isn't it?
Yeah, I was going on a boat trip with Dan in Bulgaria and I had a seasickness tablet with a mouthful of beer, literally just a mouthful of Dan's beer, and the whole time I was on the boat, I was literally like, oh, like everyone,
actually wavy,
literally wavy, like everyone kept saying to me, oh my god, you've had too much to drink, I was like, I've not to drink, it's a mouthful, I wish I had something to drink. But I knew that as soon as she said, I was like, oh my god, this day.
Yeah, and I was shouting at Louis, don't be pissed when you walk down that aisle.
Oh, yeah. It's okay, it's okay. Stumbling, message wasn't it?
Half a glass of Prosecco.
But yeah, you fell off the chair twice, face first on the floor because of that.
What I would say, I mean, if I did have a lot of wine and a lot of limoncello, I think it was just all the stress. It was like, right, I am blowing out at this wedding, and boy, did I blow out at that wedding.
Yeah.
I had a massive...
Every time I saw her, I seen her like that with the spare limoncello shots. I was like, oh my god, calm down.
You could talk, I've got photo evidence of you doing it with me.
Well, what's the saying? You can't beat them, join them.
Yeah. Another tip that I'd say though about your clothing is, you know, like the little thing. So like on the back of a wedding dress, at the bottom you have like a little a button, and then when you pick up the wedding dress, you have a little hook that goes onto the button.
Yeah.
Mine was like the thinnest little piece of ribbon.
Yeah, they usually are.
No, someone stood on the back of the dress on the night time, and I've been on the dance floor for about 5 minutes. Someone stood on it, and the whole thing snapped. So then at that point, I had to just keep picking up the wedding dress, and dancing with it.
Well, it has a long chain yours as well.
Yeah, and then all you can see is me with the wedding dress over my arm with a petticoat underneath.
Yeah.
So as you can see on the pictures.
If you're getting your alterations done, ask them to put a few extra stitches in that.
Yeah,
even just say to them, can you put a couple of hooks in if it's possible.
Yeah, especially if it's heavier dress and that, because you do need that freedom of movement.
Or do you know what? Just be extra and just get an evening dress.
I knew this was coming. I was on a budget. I couldn't afford it.
You could hire one.
Fuck from.
So met that girl on the wedding show. She hires dresses.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I mean, to be fair, by the time you've hired it for the 2-week holiday, you might as well don't buy one.
Yeah, very true. But no, I didn't have an evening and nighttime dress, which I would advise. But I mean, by the nighttime, my hair was falling out and everything. I didn't. I just wanted.
Yeah, once the wedding photos are done, you're not that bothered, are you?
I was happy to just skip the wedding photos. Not gonna lie. They had me walking up a farm. I had crickets underneath the lining of the dress. Between the dress and the petticoat,
this is the dress that hasn't been washed, by the way. 3 years next April.
2 years. Maybe like wafting it out to get it out. I mean, the pictures were stunning because it was sunset pictures, and the pictures are stunning. But you can even see on that, like, I was like going bloodshot. I'm away with it there.
Yeah. I think a lot of brides do experience that because it is a lot of pressure. Again, the whole reason why we created this dashboard to take that pressure off people.
Yeah.
Because every time you see, like, I don't know whether you've watched Olivia Atwood where she got married. So did you not watch that?
No, I haven't
The
seen
wedding
it.
special. I mean, it's a couple of years old now, but yeah, she got married and had this like lovely wedding, and she was really drunk on her wedding, and Bradley was like, "Oh, you need to calm down, whatever." But I think a lot of brides do go through that because it's the brides doing majority of the way.
All the way.
Some of them. I mean, we've got a bride at the minute, and their fella's very hands on.
Ellie's Louis is amazing.
Yeah.
My Louis didn't even know the wedding date until a week before.
No, but a lot of the time, the work is on the female.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel like a lot of women go through that, and that's okay if you want to get drunk on your wedding day. You've worked so hard.
But we paid that much for it as well.
Yeah.
I want to get drunk, I'll get drunk.
Yeah.
And nobody could say anything to me because it's my wedding day. So